The People Versus in association with the Daily Mail. All the answers, every day.
To The People Versus, the show that turns contestants into coconuts. Toss us a question that knocks one off and you could win up to £1,000. We open proceedings today with a player returning from our last show, so let's meet him. Stephen Cook, who's a postal worker from Chesterfield. Hi, Stephen.
Hello, Kate.
And let's just remind people, because I know you love to tell everyone that you're a member of Mensa, don't you?
Surely do.
Which means that you're in the top 2% of IQs in the population.
Yeah.
Yes.
Must be some stupid people about it.
Yeah, I know you hate people saying that, so it's all right. Well, I won't mention it again until you get to 3,000. Oh. OK?
Wonderful. Well,
let's remind ourselves as to where we are. You were through round one, so you've got £100 and you've got all three flips and loads of time. And, of course, if you get through round 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, you will get to that £3,000. But, of course, the more money you can win, the more questions you've got to answer. That's when it gets tricky. You happy to play, Stephen?
Certainly am.
Let's play. This is The People Versus Stephen Cook. What type of creature is a sprat?
It's a fish.
Correct. In which English city would you find the Bodleian Library?
Oxford.
Correct. Good stuff, £250, and you're pretty quick there, Stephen. Let's go into round 3. Which comedian wrote the 1996 book Time for Bed?
Pass.
It's David Baddiel. What was the title of the 1983 UK #1 single for the Australian group Men at Work?
Down Under.
Correct. In which English county is the Forest of Dean?
Pass.
Gloucestershire. Still looking for 2. In the UK, who was the main presenter of the game show Telly Addicts?
Noel Edmonds.
Correct. Just one more, Stephen. In which year was the Berlin Wall built?
1961.
Correct. Well done, Stephen. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing very well indeed. You knew the Forest of Dean one, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
You did.
I didn't go for it.
Well, you're very wise to do it, because one slip and you're off the movie here. Yeah. Round 4, we need 4 correct answers. Here's your first question. In which country is the port of Dunkirk?
France.
Correct. In 2001, Prince William started studying art history at which university?
St Andrews.
Correct. Alphabetically, which month of the year comes first?
April.
Correct. Just one more for £1,000, Stephen. Which branch of Christianity was founded by John Wesley in 1739?
Methodism.
Correct. You needed 4, you've got for £1,000. Well done, Stephen. 2 minutes 20 on the clock, and you've got all 3 flips. I'm saying nothing. But you're doing well.
Yeah, thanks.
Are you happy to go on, or...?
Yeah.
You are. Right, OK. First question. In which decade did Winston Churchill die?
60s.
Correct. Which motorway runs between Exeter and Birmingham?
Flip.
It's the M5. Here's your flip question. Which horror actor was known as the man with 1,000 faces?
Lon Chaney Sr.
Correct. What nationality was the artist Gustav Klimt? You've got your 2 flips. You're looking for 3 more correct answers.
Austrian.
Correct. Well done. King Harold of England won the Battle of Stamford Bridge in which year?
1066.
Correct. One more for £3,000, Stephen. Which Danish author wrote the fairy tale The Emperor's New Clothes?
Hans Christian Andersen.
Correct. New clothes, you're the genuine article, Stephen. £3,000 you've got. Banked, absolutely guaranteed. No one's taken that away. But what you now have is the opportunity to do it all over again, Stephen. Are you up for it?
Oh, I'd love to.
Good. I'm sure it's a bit more fun the second time around.
I'm sure.
OK, let's go into round one again.
OK.
Here's your first question. Gene Pitney had a top 5 single in 1963 with the song 24 Hours from where?
Tulsa.
Correct. That's the one. Another £100 and only took you 7 seconds. Second round. Who played Frankie in the 1991 film Frankie and Johnny?
I'll pass.
It's Michelle Pfeiffer. In which British city might you find the hill known as Arthur's Seat?
Edinburgh.
Correct. Who took over from Tom Baker as TV's Doctor Who?
Peter Davison.
Correct. You're through round two. £250 and you still haven't used any of your flips. You're playing it exactly right, Stephen. If you're not 100% sure you know the answer, don't go for it, for goodness sake, because it's just easy to slip up. Round three. What is the technical term for the breastbone?
Sternum.
Correct. In the 1999 film Anna and the King, who played Anna?
Jodie Foster.
She did. The Hallelujah chorus is performed at the end of part 2 of which work by Handel?
The Messiah.
Correct. Ooh, it's getting a bit repetitive, this, really. 500 quid, you're through round three. Doing very well on time and obviously haven't touched your flips. Round four, looking for 4 correct answers, Stephen. Here's your first question. Who was the wife of Louis XVI of France?
Marie Antoinette.
Correct. In which European city is the train station Tara Street?
Pass.
Dublin. Who wrote the children's novel The Secret Garden?
Frances Hodgson Burnett.
Correct. What was the name of Queen Boudica's tribe?
The Iceni or Iceni.
Correct. One more now. Which river flows through the town of Maidstone?
Flip.
It's the Medway. Here's your flip. Who played the title role in the 1962 film Phantom of the Opera?
Herbert Lom.
Correct. Well, you had to use one of your flips this time, Stephen, but you're through round 4 again, so that's another £1,000, and you've obviously still got your 2 flips left. So here you are 5 correct answers away from £6,000, Stephen. That money come in handy?
I'll say. Just a bit.
You ready to go for it?
Yeah.
You don't have to, you know.
I know. Don't talk me out on it.
OK, all right. Good luck, Stephen. First question.
Come on.
Which actor has been married to the actresses Nicole Kidman and Mimi Rogers?
Tom Cruise.
Correct. What name is given to a Jewish scholar or teacher of the law?
Rabbi.
Correct. What is the county town of East Sussex? You've got your 2 flips, you're looking for 3 more correct answers. Don't worry about time.
Lewis.
Correct. Number 2. Hematology is the study of which substance?
Blood.
Correct. 1 more for £6,000. Who played the female lead in the 1993 film Indecent Proposal?
Demi Moore.
She did. Stephen, you've got £6,000.
Keep saying it.
Keep saying it, £6,000. Gladly I'll keep saying it. There you go, well done. You're playing an absolute blinder here. In less than 8 minutes, you've got yourself £6,000. You're going to do it all over again. I hope I've got my fingers crossed for you, but I think we need to give you just a little break.
Thank you.
Join us again in a couple of minutes to see if Stephen can do it all over again on The People Versus.
The People Versus in association with the Daily Mail. All the answers, every day. The People Versus in association with the Daily Mail. All the answers, every day.
Welcome back to the People Versus, where Mensa member and postal worker Stephen Cook is continuing to deliver the goods. He's now been round the game not once, but twice, and banked £6,000. I don't know if you're a genius, Stephen, but you're blooming good. You really are. I don't know who's going to stop you. Our record on the show is £9,502, Stephen. But you put enough pressure on your own shoulders without me piling it on. You ready to go? Third time lucky, as you say?
Yep.
OK, round one again. How is Susan Dalian, the 1980s punk singer, more commonly known?
Susie Sue.
Correct. Is indeed. And that's got you another £100. Are you interested in £100 these days? That's small beer.
I've always been interested in £100.
Round two. To which group of islands does Ibiza belong?
Balearics.
Correct. What does the abbreviation CAMRA stand for? C-A-M-R-A.
Campaign for Real Ale.
Correct. Said that with some enthusiasm, Stephen.
Don't touch it.
£250, you're through round two again. I know this means a lot to you, this money, Stephen, so just I'm going to keep going on. Round three. A pipistrelle is a breed of which animal?
Bat.
Correct. In which square in London is the American Embassy?
Grosvenor.
Correct. What is the most southerly point on mainland Britain? Only looking for one more. You've got two passes.
Lizard.
Correct. You're making me nervous, Stephen. I want to get you £9,000. I'm sorry. You're through again. £500, 3 minutes 15 on the clock, and all three flips. Let's go into round four. In degrees Fahrenheit, what is the freezing point of water? Stephen.
I know it, but I didn't say it. Pass.
It's 32 degrees. In cricket, what does MCC stand for?
Marylebone Cricket Club.
Correct. Now just keep calm, you're all right. From which fruit is the brandy Calvados made?
Apples.
Correct. In which year did Channel 5 start broadcasting?
I'll flip.
1997, here's your flip. In which film did Christopher Lee make his Hammer horror debut?
Case of Frankenstein.
Correct. We need one more, Stephen. In which Dickens novel does Little Nell appear?
The Old Curiosity Shop.
Correct. You've done it. £1,000, another £1,000. You're through. You had to use one of your flips, but you've still got 2 minutes 60. Stop being so hard on yourself.
I know, but when you know them, and it... I was that tempted to say 32, and
I know, but think how bad you would have felt if you got it wrong.
Definitely.
So here we are again, Stephen. Round 5 for the third time. Another £3,000, just 5 correct answers away. In which month was Britain's Great Storm of 1987?
I'll flip.
October. Is your flip. Who directed the 1931 film classic Dracula, starring Bela Lugosi?
Todd Browning.
Correct. On which Greek island was the artist El Greco born?
Crete.
Correct. Beta-carotene is converted in the body to which vitamin?
A.
Correct. The town of Ramsgate is in which English county?
Kent.
Correct. Need one more. Who wrote the classic novel Silas Marner?
George Eliot.
Yes, indeed. I think your face says it all, Stephen.
I think it does.
£9,000. What can I say? What's your personal target?
I didn't say it.
Go on.
I mean, obviously I've been happy with anything like, but if I could get 12, And if then I could get 15, and then I could get 18. Just keep adding notes on.
What are you going to do with £9 grand? Because that is guaranteed. No one's taking that away.
Well, like I say, a lot in it I think's already accounted for, but anything over and above 12 I get, then I can start having a good time.
OK. Ready for round 1 again?
Yep.
OK. 9,502 is our record. I'd be delighted if you broke it. In France, what type of transport is the TGV?
It's a train.
Correct. That's the one, £100. And it took you 4 seconds to get that. Let's go into round 2. The leaf of which tree is featured in the logo of the National Trust?
I'll pass.
Oak. In which country was TV presenter Magnus Magnusson born?
Iceland.
Correct. Who had a #1 single in 1968 with Congratulations?
Clear.
Correct. With Richard. Now don't get cocky, Steve.
I know, it would just, you know, Cliff. God.
Congratulations, you've got another £250. Let's go into round 3. In the 1939 film, The Wizard of Oz, what colour was the brick road to the Emerald City?
Yellow.
Correct. What do the initials of the US security organisation CIA stand for?
Central Intelligence Agency.
Correct. What is the surname of Juliet in Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet?
Capulet.
Correct. That's round 3. Once again, £500. You haven't looked at your flips and you're doing extremely well for time, Stephen. Here we are at round 4 again, looking for another £1,000. Here is your first question. Which chemical element takes its name from the Greek word meaning strange?
Pass.
Xenon. Which team won the first university boat race?
Flip.
Oxford. Who's your flip? Which legendary beast does Peter Cushing encounter as Dr. John Rollison? Which legendary beast does Peter Cushing encounter as Dr. John Rollison?
I'll flip again.
You can flip again. The Abominable Snowman. Who's your flip? Who played Glenn Lance in the 1984 film A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Good God.
Glenn Lance. Can flip again.
I'll have to, yeah.
Johnny Depp. Who directed the 1977 film Exorcist II: The Heretic?
John Borman.
Correct. We'll give it 3 more. In which country is the region of Transylvania?
Romania.
Correct. During his 1951-1955 term as Prime Minister, which political party did Winston Churchill represent?
Conservative.
Correct. Last one, I hope. What nationality was the adventurer Giacomo Casanova much remembered for his romantic escapades?
Italian.
Correct. Oh, Stephen, that was a tough one. That's the toughest round you've faced yet. You had to use all of your flips to get through that round. You've got your £1,000. It's decision time. You've got a grand total now of 10,000. But if you wanted to make it 12 to have your fun money, you'd have to get through round 5 and get every one correct because you have no flips.
I'll have a go.
You're going to have a go?
Yep.
OK. Well, if the worst comes to worst, you'll beat the bong for 1,000 or try to beat the bong for 1,000. OK. Right. Well, you're going into round 5 with no safety net whatsoever, Stephen. But if anyone can do it, I think it's you. Here's your first question. Which female singer released the album Jagged Little Pill?
Alanis Morissette.
Correct. What breed of animal is a Rhodesian Ridgeback?
It's a dog.
Correct. Generally, how often does a leap year occur?
Every 4 years.
Correct. 2 more. Who directed the 1988 film Beetlejuice?
Tim Burton.
Correct. In which Scottish city is Napier University? Oh, Stephen.
Please be Edinburgh.
Yes! admitting that to you, Stephen. I think you owe me a tenner. £12,000. Well done. That was incredible. That was very brave to go into
I think another word, but it's daytime telly.
Well, listen, we've got to go. You've cleaned us out completely. There's not a person out there who can come up with a question that's going to stop you, Stephen, so you're coming back next time on
Brilliant.
The People Versus. Well, Stephen Cook is now our most successful contestant ever. If you fancy a stretch in the hot seat while the people rack your brains, then visit the ITV website or write to us at our usual address. Until the next time, from Stephen and me, goodbye.
The People Versus in association with the Daily Mail. All the answers every day.